The special prosecutor appointed to head up criminal investigations into the now defunct Michael Mizik administration has been named. The governor, His Excellency Gordon Wetherell, has announced the appointment of Helen Garlick as special prosecutor and Lee Marley to serve as deputy special prosecutor. The news comes just weeks after Governor Wetherell instituted the order in council suspending parts of the TCI Constitution and removing all elected members from their ministerial and constituency representative posts. Helen Garlick, a barrister for more than 30 years, has had a distinguished career in public service, notably serving for the past 5 years as an assistant director of the UK Serious Fraud Office, where she was the first head of its overseas corruption unit. While at the SFO, Helen headed the landmark investigation of BAE Systems, where her skillful handling of highly sensitive law enforcement and diplomatic relationships across several jurisdictions garnered much praise. She comes at a time when the commissioner's final report revealed that Sir Robin Auld found possible corruption on the part of former Premier Michael Mizik, former Deputy Premier Floyd Hall, former Minister of Natural Resources McAllister Hanchel, former Minister of Housing and Agriculture Jeffrey Hall, and former Minister of Health and Human Services Lillian Boyce. There were 39 findings and 26 recommendations out of the Commission of Inquiry's final report. Some of the more notable findings in the final report were that Honorable Michael Mizik failed in several important respects to make adequate disclosures in response to the Commission's request for full and accurate disclosure of his financial interests. And there is information suggesting that Honorable Mizik has promoted the abuse of Crown land policies on a number of occasions and benefited personally from that abuse. On the part of Floyd Hall, the Commission's report revealed that Floyd's Hall conduct in promoting in Cabinet the award of the contract for administering the treatment abroad system to SHN was possibly corrupt, in particular its tender process to ensure that the only proposal put before Cabinet for serious consideration was that of a friend and business colleague, Delroy Howell. In relation to former Minister of Natural Resources McAllister Hanchel, the final report revealed that in his office of Minister for Natural Resources entered into possibly corrupt and or otherwise seriously dishonest transactions by offering on behalf of the government grants of Crown land to himself and or to companies that he substantially owned or controlled, thereby creating and ignoring the obvious conflicts of interest to which his offers gave rise. With regards to former Minister of Works and Telecommunications Jeffrey Hall, the findings were that Hall failed repeatedly to make any or full adequate declarations of interest to the Registrar of Interest and also failed adequately to disclose his financial interests to the Commission. And for former Minister of Education and Home Affairs Honorable Lillian Boyce, Boyce participated in a possibly corrupt transaction in relation to the sale or flipping of Crown land by accepting the proceeds of profits made by her brother. The Foreign Office has yet to publish a budget for its Turks cleanup efforts, but it has set up a 4-strong special unit in London and plans to send about a dozen more people to the islands to advise on areas ranging from public finance to immigration.